it's not only on you can say the physiological and the physical side of it. It's not only those benefits that you gain from it, but there are also some mental benefits. And one of those I think are very important in this world of burnouts and stress. And we want to help people like get out of that stress. And you can actually use this as a tool to also widen that window for how much stress you can tolerate. And that is something that you can train using your breath.
And when you talk about stress, you also mean the general mental stress in our daily lives. We can train our brain or our nervous system to tolerate that as well. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so it's actually connected. So when you can tolerate physical stress, like the cold, but also the heat, actually. So when you train that pain receptor or pain pathway in your body, you are actually training how much pain and stress you can tolerate. And that's correlated to how much stress you can tolerate as well. So it's actually on the same pathway. So stress is something that you can train to tolerate. I'm not saying you should go out and do brutal things to yourself. It's not like that. But in a sense, a cold ice bath is also, it's actually brutal. You're doing it only for a few minutes, but it's brutal, but it's something that you should think about as a tool. As long as it's deliberate, and of course it is, and you're not overdoing it, then I think it's a good way to train your mental health as well.
I agree. It's pretty brutal, especially... okay, I will come to this, but I'll just share my experience. The first thing that I'm doing every morning is to have a cold shower, since I don't have an access to a cold plunge per se. And every time, especially during the winters, I am about to turn that shower on the cool side. I have to close my eyes and just tell myself, okay, let's just get under this somehow. Those first few seconds, like say the first 10, 15 seconds are the most difficult when you really want to get out of it.
Yeah.
But once you pass that, it gets easier, or say you get stronger.
Yeah.
So that's for sure. I am definitely much more cold adapted than I was. So yeah, for somebody who's not cold adapted at all, it does take a while to get used to. And that's something that's very important from what I get from you. But that's cold, and we understood why it's good for you. What about heat? Tell me about it a little bit.
Yeah, so, well, heat can be used as a tool as well. So heat it could be a hot bath, it could be a steam room, it could be a sauna. And there are different modalities you can use to get warm. The point of getting warm is for you to sweat, right? Because you want to get that heart rate up, because you want to mimic actually a cardiovascular exercise. And why I'm saying that is because the science from Finland is, there's this big cohort study where they have followed, scientists have followed Finns who do sauna at least one time per week and up to actually every day. And they have looked at what kind of health outcomes did they get out of that after 20, 25 years. And I think the most astonishing results they got from that is actually they could see that you could increase or you could decrease your mortality or risk of dying earlier if you did this 4 to 7 times per week. And that is actually with 39. Sorry. You could decrease your risk of dying earlier with 45%.
Wow.
I think this is very important. So what they looked into is also the mechanisms behind this. So sauna is increasing your heat in the body. The body wants to dump that heat by sweating. And you increase your heart rate and without even moving a muscle. And that is, I think, very important to say that when you look at cardiovascular risk today, those are some of the biggest killers in the world. So we really want to have a lower risk of dying and working on our cardiovascular health. So if you can have access to anything that serves you as something that will give you heat to the body, then that would be a really good thing.